With Activity 3, the directions read, Susan starts on Lake Island at location 6-8, facing south with 4 flowers in her pouch. Her task is to plant the flowers to make the island look like the one shown in Figure 3. Now, for Activities 3 and forward, you're not going to have to create these islands. I actually provide those files for you, and I sent those to you in an email today in a zipped file. To open the island, we go to Island File, Open, and you'll go to where you actually save those activities. I gave them to you in a zipped file, and you're going to open, as it says in the directions, the island file is Lake Island. Now, when you open it, it shows you what the island should look like when it's done. So now we've got to create the code to do that. You always start with method main, parenthesis, parenthesis, and the open brace. Now, line 3 is going to allow me to create the Giroux named Susan. So Giroux Susan, new Giroux, make sure you capitalize the J in both of the words Giroux, and make sure that you put a semicolon at the end, not a colon. That's common mistakes that students make. Now, in the parentheses is where we set up the parameters of where we want Susan to start, the direction she's facing, and how many flowers she needs in her pouch when she starts. So the first thing that we put in there, if you'll remember from the notes, there's a picture of this. There's different parameters you can put in here. So the first thing you put is the coordinates. So we want her to start at 6-8. If she has a location that we want her to face, we put that next in all caps. Can't type and talk at the same time. And then lastly, we put how many flowers that she needs in her pouch. So our code here is 6, 8, south, 4. Now, after our code, we need to now tell Susan to plant these 4 flowers. So since she's going to be starting here at this location that I just deleted my flower from, Island Edit, put that flower back. She's going to be starting right there. So we need to tell SUSAN, we need to tell Susan to plant. She's going to plant that first flower. Now, if she's in this location here, facing south, so she's facing down, count how many times she needs to hop. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Susan, hop 7 times, semicolon. So she'll hop down to this spot here. Now we want her to plant this second flower. So she's going to plant this flower. Now she's still facing south, so that's the problem. So we've got to tell her to turn. Well, if she's facing down, a lot of times I'll use my arms, pretend that I'm standing there on the computer. So if she's facing down and we want her to turn using my left hand, we want her to turn that way, so she's going to turn left. Make sure that you put left in all caps. Then we count how many times she needs to hop to go to that direction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oops. 7. Okay. And then she needs to plant again. And then we need to turn her to the left. And then she needs to hop again 7 times. And then she needs to plant. Now that should get all 4 flowers. So what I do before I run it, I'm going to go to create a new island layout. No, I'm not. Cancel that. No. I am going to take off the flowers by going to Island edit, choosing grass, putting grass where the 4 flowers are. If I click play, here's my Drew starting in the correct location. She plants a flower, she hops, plants a flower, turns, plants, okay? So you're following the code, and when she's done, she's going to have these 4 flowers there. Now, if you want to, just show that she in fact planted that 4th one, you could have her hop one more time on line 13. So if I run this program, there it is, done. Okay. So this is what you take a screenshot of. Then you also go to source file and save the source code that you created, and you have to upload the screenshot of your completed run island and the source file that you saved. So I hope this helps y'all out. As you do activities 4, 5, 6, and on, please make sure you're looking at what you filled out for what the 6 things a Giroux can do. That'll really help you. And also on line 3, make sure you're looking at your notes from yesterday with the picture of all of the parameters that you can put in there for your Giroux when you create them.